Hello, collective. This is Tan from Artemis Oracle. I don't even have anything ready. I have my new phone with the new camera, so I'm still getting used to this setup. So I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. I just want to see what's going to come out in the cards for the collective. And I was inclined to bring a certain deck with me. Where is it? Okay. So, forgive me as I get myself situated here. I got my Lenormand deck, the Lenormand. Let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out. The first card we have is House, Fox, ooh, Scythe, ooh. All right. Oh, wow, this is interesting. I'll put it this way so you can see. So the house has to do with stability, home, family, right? It's a structure, a place of comfort, a place where you can find solace or sanctuary in. But the fact that we have the fox here, the fox is someone who's very strategic, very sneaky, maybe a little bit deceptive and undermining. So there may be somebody in around an area where you find solace, peace, solitude, stability, that may be in this energy of being sneaky and a little bit deceptive. But it could also be someone that is strategizing too, right? But with the Scythe card right here, that's indicating that somebody is about to get cut out of somebody's life. When I look at this card, it just reminds me of death, because you see the Grim Reaper, he has his scythe. And you see this person, she's unsuspecting. She doesn't know, she doesn't realize, she's not paying attention to what is about to happen. You know, it could be something that is going to have an impact on someone's stability. And the fact that we have the home here, it may have to do with the home, someone's stability. It could be your stability within yourself, because the house can be an actual home where you live, where you take care of your family, where you take care of yourself. But it could also be you as a whole, how you take care of yourself, your body as a home. And whatever deceptive or sneaky energy is around you, or this could also be, if this is personal, it could be your own. You may be doing something sneaky where you may be trying to remove something out of your life that isn't serving you, you know. But this could also be some sort of communication. Somebody says something that's very sharp and hurts you. They may be saying something that may be undermining you in any way. So let me look in the book. The Scythe. This card shows a young lady standing by a stone porch. In front of her stands a man dressed in black, whose presence she doesn't seem to notice, and who holds a scythe ready to hit. On the other side of the porch is a waterfall of pure water. So the scythe is about to fall and cut something in or out of your life. Difficult breakups are coming. Keep your mind as sharp as the scythe's blade, as clear as the waterfall's water, and sharp and clever choices will have to be made in order to escape the peril. So I feel like whatever situation you may be facing is going to require you to be very strategic about whatever may be coming up, something that you may not be aware of. But this is about you remaining aware, because foxes, since they are very strategic, sneaky creatures, I know it has a negative connotation, but in order for them to be as cunning as they are, that requires a lot of observation, taking in information, and making decisive choices, right? And the scythe is a blade, and we could think of the swords. It could be a thought, it could be an idea, something that could be said, communication, right? So there may be something said, there may be something done that is going to require you to be very secure within yourself and secure with whatever choices that you choose to make when it comes to whatever this issue is. Now, I'm so curious to know what exactly this is, so we're going to flip these cards around so I could get a better look. I love that they're anchored here because it's about remaining grounded and stable and secure, you know. It could be about, yeah, definitely about security, emotional groundedness. I mean, I could go into an oracle deck. Let's see. I'm going to go into revealing the truth deck. Tell us about the house. No, actually, I want to know more. I feel like the home, well, we can find out. It's what, okay, just presents. Can you let us know about what is this house? Tell us about the home. Tell us about the house. We have the numbers 4, 14, 10, and 35. Talent, born with features, personality. With the fact that a talent came out, I would say this has to do with, this has to be personal. This is personal. Tell us more about the house and talent. Silence. Keep silent. Coercion hint. I think if some of you are, because remember, this is about ideas, being clear with your thoughts, clear with your communication. If you're working on something, this is probably asking for you to keep it to yourself, especially if it's involving your home. A whole chunk of cards came out, but run away came out. Get away, keep away, give up. But we're going to put that back in the deck. Finances. This may have to do with financial security. Money problems, work, success, fortune. So say you're working on something that has to do with some sort of personal talent that you have, that you want to make money, that you, maybe a side hustle, something that's going to require you to be very strategic and maybe make some cuts in your life. This is something that you're being called to keep silent, you know. It's like on a hush-hush basis. So if you're dealing with anybody else with this, only keep it to people who are directly involved with whatever you're doing, and just not share any information with other people, because if that's the case, there may be somebody around you who may be copying you, stealing your ideas, maybe wanting to take credit. This could be about work, you know. Because some people consider, sometimes, you know, if you're a workaholic, you may consider your house your work, where you work, you know. Some people live at their jobs. Okay. Tell me about the fox. Miracle. Dreams come true, get what you want. Yeah, I feel like somebody's going to try to get what they want. And it's going to require some level of strategy. It's interesting because reconcile came out. Repair, cure, understanding, concession. Okay. Anything else? The thoughts. Because I was going to mention something about, like, there's somebody in the background, someone who's watching. So you see this fox in the forefront, but then you see there's one in the background. So I think some of you may be being watched. Like someone is watching every step you take, every move you make. I'll be watching you. But the fact that reconcile is here too, there may be somebody that may be coming forward and wanting to reconcile and try to come, you know, repair a situation. But that seems romantic. This person may be coming around because if you are doing something that they, you know, they may have an idea about, especially if they know that you have a specific talent, and that that you're working on a project or something, they maybe wanted to come back around so that they can benefit from it in some way, and drinks. So I feel like whoever this person is, they may want to, like, if whatever situation, I don't know if, I don't think this is love so much, but let's just say there's somebody that you had an issue with, someone that you were working with in the past. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a lover. Take it as it resonates. This person may be in the background watching you, watching what you're doing, and they may want to come forward to reconcile if you had some sort of disagreement, and they may be inviting you out for a drink. But with the Scythe card, it says to be very clear with your thoughts. Be aware, ascending. Look for unfinished business. Rose, passionate love, thorn short. I don't know what this card coming out. I feel like there may be, I mean, if it is a love situation, there may be somebody coming back, you know, around. Now let's look at the fox differently. When someone's very attractive, they usually call them a fox, right? So maybe you, let's look at it as a love situation, right? You know, went your own way. You're silent. You're not talking to anybody. You're working on your finances. If you have talents, skills, you're honing in on them. You're focusing on that, right? Then this person may be seeing you, and they liking what they see. They thinking you're looking like a fox. And if you had some sort of past with them where a reconciliation would resonate with you, then this person may be coming out of nowhere. For you, if this is someone that you want, it may be a miracle. You probably never thought that this person will return or try to make amends with you or anything, but they might be coming back around, and they may be offering you like an invitation out to go out to have drinks or something, right? But then I guess with the Scythe, this is for you to be very discerning and to remain grounded. Because if, say, you feel like this person, it's a miracle of them coming back, then that means you had some sort of emotional attachment, emotional bond or connection with them. So if this is something that resonates with you, what the cards are saying is that for you to remain stable and secure, do not let anybody try to ruffle your feathers, try to like sink your battleship. Because if you look at the anchor card, there's a ship right here at the bottom. So I feel like what they're asking for you is to stand firm, and if you do entertain this person, it's important for you to be discerning, you know, see if there are any changes, because the fact that the fox is there, and then reconciliation and keeping silent, and if you know, we got to look at the cards for what they are, but we could also look at them for what they could mean, the different interpretations, right? If this is someone that you have to keep your guard up with, or someone that you feel like has hurt you in the past, but they may be coming back and wanting to reconcile, make amends with you, I feel like you're gonna have to look for signs that this person actually has made some sort of changes, made some sort of personal level ups where they take accountability for their actions, and honestly, not like they're putting up a show. And this is where the discernment is going to come in. You know, you're going to have to look for certain signs, signals, certain things that they say, their behaviors. It's like you're just going to have to be like Queen of Swords, right, in this type of situation, right? And because it says ascending, level up, promotion, progress, right? They say look for investigation, explore, search, right? This is about you looking at this person, how they're showing up, you know, are they being authentic? Are they being honest? You know, or are they just playing a role or something? Are they being deceptive, right? And then it says, unfinished business. It's not over, back and forth, baggage. So you're gonna have to see if this is like a repetitive cycle for you and this person with unfinished business, and it's saying it's not over and back and forth. If there's a back and forth dynamic, then you have to see if there is any baggage in this person's life. You have to see if they actually cut that out, so that it doesn't hinder the relationship, if that's what you want. Now, going back to like finances and job, there may be somebody sneaky who may be wanting to kind of like see what you're working on, and they, you know, they may invite you out or something, right? If there was a disagreement, like a past person, like not outside of a love relationship, maybe somebody they used to work with, you know, they maybe wanted to reconcile, clear their air. They may invite you out to coffee or drink, like some sort of like a small meeting, where you and this person can, you know, hash out whatever issues happened in the past that caused there to be some sort of rift. And then, like the same thing, you have to be discerning. Look for signs that this person has actually changed. You know, have they removed any of the negativity? Are they being honest? Are they being clear? Are there any? Are they showing anything? Like, have they cut out the crap that basically got interfered with whatever relationship you had with them in the past? You know. But with the rose card being at the bottom of the deck, and we're going to go with the love situation too. Going back to that, you know, this could have been somebody that you had like a very passionate relationship with that was short term. But if this person is coming back and they want to like say that they want to have a long-term relationship, then you're going to have to look for the signs. This is about you taking time, not rushing into anything, and, you know, allowing things to unfold naturally, but being very don't allow yourself to be disillusioned by your emotions. Remain grounded, remain logical. You know, yes, you could care for the person and show them love, but not so in the point where you do anything that harms you in the end. This is what I'm getting from the cards. So I hope this reading was interesting for you. Mixing up Lenormand with some oracle cards. I'm going to try something different. So I did separate messages. Hope this is useful, helpful in some way, provides you some insight, some guidance, or even just a heads up for what may be coming your way if you haven't already experienced this. So if this reading was helpful in any way, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Tan. I am Artemis Oracle, and I'm wishing you a great day ahead. Bye.